Hello, I am David W. Parker, and this is Programming Today I Learned. This is the second episode in the ImmutableJS series. Today we'll be covering the APIs, briefly part of the APIs for range and repeat. So today we'll look at range first and then repeat. They both return sequence.indexed sets of numbers from start inclusive to end, range exclusive by step, where start defaults to 0, step to 1, and end to infinity. When they're equal, empty range for range, and repeat repeats a certain number of values a given number of times. When it's not defined, returns an infinite sequence of said value. These are very kind of interesting to me because they're more like utility functions rather than something you would expect in immutable. And I'm sure probably they're used internally somewhere else, but we'll just go with it and see what they're all about. So, importing here with ESX range and repeat, I'm going to log out range and then various values, just what it is by itself. If you're given just the starting value, if we're given start, end, and step, you can step down as well when they're equal, and then we'll go to the next set here. So function range, 0 to infinity if it's given nothing, 10 to infinity, 10 to 20, 10 to 20 by 3, 20 to 10 by -1, 10 to 20 by -3, that's what these are. And then these, of course, because they're equal, it doesn't matter, so that returns a empty set. So let's give them this range. We have 10 to 20 by 3, so we can see we have a size of 4. And if we look at the sequence, it's the same thing. You can see to keyed sequence here. You can have each key gives the actual value of what those are. To set sequence kind of gives you a little more, possibly what you're expecting to see as a result, as well as to array down here, 10, 13, 16, and 19. These are all, just to throw this out there real quick, these are all different methods on the sequence dot indexed object. So you'll see the same thing repeat. It also has all of these functions. There's a whole lot more on there that I didn't write out what they actually put out here, so you can play with those too, and we'll talk about that actually next time. So get has includes first, last, to array. Just briefly looking at those. This is based on key, so the key is undefined. This is also based on the key, so a key of 13 is undefined. Includes, though, is by value, and so it includes the value of 13. The first one is 10, and the last one is 19. All right, so let's go down to repeat. So same thing, we're going to repeat oh high, and repeat oh high 3, and then have a new line here. So basically, it's undefined infinity times, oh high infinity times, oh high 3 times. So same set here of sequence.indexed functions. We can see kind of what each of their outputs are. So it's very, very similar, obviously, because they are both from the same source of what's going on here versus what's going on with repeat. So you can see each of these is also undefined, has includes the value of, because the values are there, but the keys are not. So take a look at those, and they may be useful to you at some point if you're not using, you say something like Lodash. But I would probably end up using Lodash for most of the things I would use range or repeat for, at least in my mind. Maybe there's another use source, a useful purpose for it. If you could think of one, put it in the comments. That'd be great. If you like what you saw today, please subscribe, and I will have more daily screencasts tomorrow. Thank you.